My name is Mtg Ndugu, Hybridace mwenyewe, the musician. I'm thinking of changing my stage name from Hybridace to just Shembetsa. Tell me, what do you guys think? Should I keep Hybridace as my stage name or should I go to Shembetsa as my stage name? I don't know. Because I've been feeling some type of way about that name. I came up with it from high school and I feel like it's time about growing it, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I want to keep both brands separate. Maybe I just want to be known as Shembetsa. I kind of like my surname. I kind of like my name. It's not even my surname, it's my name. But anyway, so nilikuwa pale perambulating pale Spotify nikizunguka nikiangalia maneno moja mbili tatu nikapata album shika kaniambia hebu jaribu kusikiza hii. Naona mtu anaitwa Maya Amolo akona album inaitwa Lmatpg. That sounds quite urban and funky and I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. I don't take alcohol, I'm not a pre-game person, so I don't get it, but I was like, hey, maybe it might be something interesting. To be honest, going into this album I expected something different and I got something different and let's get to it. Aya. Tunaenda into the body sasa. Maya Amolo, leave me at the pre-game. Kuna baridi ndo maana nimeamua ku change manguo. Msiniulize mbona na change nguo. You know, baridi bana, weather ni mbaya. Anyway, we love our bodies. But anyway, as I was speaking, I was saying, let's start with the album art. This is one of those projects. See, the album art iko fit. It gets the job done. This is the album art that actually syncs with the project. This is one of those album arts you look at and the feeling you'll get when you look at the album art is the feeling you'll get when you listen to the project. So huyu Wanja Ohoro ligi moja, same WhatsApp group, she knows what she chose, she knows what she's doing, and I love the album art. Definitely attend this album art. It's in synchrony. Na mimi hii ni kitu naweza ambia wasanii, usichorange tu album art because it looks cool. Make sure it conveys the message, and the message doesn't have to be if you're speaking about cars, the album art must not have cars. The album art should have the feeling of cars. I should feel like the feeling of speed, you know. If it's a song about speed, weka kitu ya speed hapo. I have seen another album art by some guy, you know. He did a song called Lewis Hamilton. The album art is pretty dope. Yeah, it gets the job done. After link nitumie jamaa weke hapo mahali. Anyway, so mixing and mastering. Wow, now this is one of those projects that's really stripped down. By stripped down I mean hakuna elements mingi za etc. That's a lot of jargon, but you know what am I saying? It's basically, it feels more like an acoustic album more than a highly produced album. There are a few elements here and there of different genres and everything, but by the same time it's one of those albums you listen to, it feels like it is meant to give the vocals prowess. It's meant to give the vocals a highlight. It's meant to make you appreciate the sound and the voice that is Maya Amolo. Maya Amolo, I'm right. Yeah, I'm right, but I'm that guy. So, and this is very risky business because in most cases, in my opinion, I feel like an album that is very stripped down is a bit harder to mix and master because there is not much to work with, first of all, and you can't hide a lot of stuff. If the person's vocals are not it, hapo huwezi tupa autotune hapo nikusaidie, because even if you put autotune, there's only so much it can do unless you want to get into a 10-30 hour session of trying to fix pitch and all that stuff and keys and whatever. But in real sense, this is the riskiest business I've ever seen. But I like how they did it to some extent. I like how the fact that in most cases the mixing, the vocals actually stood out and they didn't outshine the instrumentals to some degree, but at the same time the instrumentals felt like they were meant for this project. Now, that being said, the 808s aka the kicks and the bass drums, hapo kuna kasheshe kidogo walinyonga bana. Kuna wenye waliua hii kitu kidogo. I feel like it needed a little bit more bass, it needed a little bit more thump. It felt like they used 707s, I think, instead of 808s. Is 707 or 505s? One of the two. Okay, this is production jargon. If you don't know these things, just go look them up. Uta get what I'm talking about. I feel like maybe they should have used better kick drums. That way, some elements would have felt nice. When that bass complements the voice, it will have actually been felt good. Because at some point you're listening to a track and you feel like something is missing. And the best thing is, there's this song called I Know. Yeah, that's the song I had a problem with. Ukisikia ngoma, let me tell you one thing. Once you listen to that song, you will feel it missing. You will feel the bass missing. Maybe it's a Spotify issue because I only listen to my music on Spotify. Most of my music I find it on Spotify. If it's not on Spotify, it's just skiza. Probably not gonna listen to it. If it's not on Spotify, then I go to YouTube. If it's not on either, sitajisumbua. The only other place I'd go is SoundCloud, but SoundCloud pia nilisanga kivyake. But anyway, that being said, that's a segue to fact. We have a playlist on Spotify where I share all the music I've reviewed, and most of the songs I think people should listen to. I share the albums, I share the track list and etc. So if you feel like you are not getting access to proper Kenyan music and you have a problem getting into Kenyan music properly, hey, look for us, Fnnr 254. You'll find the playlist. The link is always in the description below. Just click on the link if you have a Spotify account. You even have a SoundCloud playlist, but I've not updated it in a while, but still, just go listen to them. I try to add as much music as possible. You can just place put the music on shuffle, and trust me, you'll get music from Sauti Sol to Boogie Genje to Ethic to Kahush. Anything that I find nice or something that I've reviewed, I don't, even if I give the review a rating of 1, bado nitaitupa hapo. So by all means, click on the link in the description, click on the link somewhere up here, and then I think it's here. Click on the link here, and then you'll get to listen to the music that I've reviewed here. Now, in some cases the vocals might be a bit too bright for this project, and that is expected for a stripped down project, but that's not an excuse. I feel like her voice is amazing. It's something that should actually be given more prominence. It's something that should actually be taken seriously, and this project is one of those projects that I feel like she's starting out and she's trying out everything, but then the mixing and mastering process, unapata kama mna experiment hapa na pale, what happens is some vocals tend to be a bit harsh, I guess, because maybe she's working with different producers, or maybe she's working with different engineers, so that's expected. Now, there's a place and time. That song, that's another song. Hii kusema kweli mastering ilifanywa kando. Hapa volume imejazwa. Kwa venye most of these tracks, when you listen to them, the volume is on the low end. Everything is, the decibels are a bit lower. But when it comes to this song, it will hit you. Probably utakuwa make a volume ya katikati, like you need like half volume to listen to this project. That's something I noticed. And for me, I've put my settings on loud, so that will tell you something. Not that the song is bad, but you just notice that it's a bit high. So I feel like maybe the mixing and mastering was done somewhere, the mastering was done somewhere else, or the upload client did something with the vocals, because it's the only track that stands out because of that thing. So my favorite track that actually makes impact for me, it's this one, inaitwa Chanitafute. Hiyo tutaenda baadaye. Now, lyricism. This is where things get a bit interesting. Lyrics are pretty straightforward. However, it's not dumbed down. By that I mean she articulates her thoughts and her feelings in such a way that sound nice, that makes sense, but at the same time they're not so simple to the extent you feel like you're listening to a nursery rhyme. And that's a gift, and that's something I can't take away from her. And if she continues down this road, I feel like she'll have more and more fans and following in the future. I've seen she has interviews and etc. She has been featured in a lot of magazines, and that's a good thing. But that being said, yeah, I like how she does her lyricism. So, conclusion. So this is Limia the pregame. Now, I've been stuttering around through this review because kuna visanga vilifanyika with the recording process. Mic ilikufa battery hasa akili kapotea kidogo. That's why I've been reading a lot. But anyway, that being said, leave me at the pregame. This is a really good, this is an amazing project. It's a decent attempt at a first round at something, because I've seen a Spotify list, she doesn't have anything else outside, unless someone can correct me on that. And this is the precursor to something amazing. I feel like this is an attempt at showing what she can do and how she can do it. Now, this is a project, definitely a project that's meant to what's it called? Tide us over as wait for the album. This doesn't feel like an album, it feels like an EP. And for that, I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7 because there are a few elements here and there that are still missing. There are a few elements here and there that I have not talked about. It's just a feeling. As a musician, there are those feelings. You listen to a project and you're like, there's a feeling that is happening here and there. So I'd give it a 7. This is a strong 7. It's Netflix and chill worthy. This is the album you listen to with your friends when you're relaxing on a Sunday afternoon, when you're having drinks and chilling and having conversation. It's the kind of project that you'll have people asking, who's that? Who's that? That's a really nice song. Who's that singing? You can even put it on replay by all means, and people won't notice because it's so soothing and nice. So it's been me, Shembetsa Jerry and Ndugu, aka Okay, I can no longer go by the name of Hybrid Days because I'm thinking of changing my stage name to Shiembetsa. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing. It's Fnnr 254. You know, click the links in the description to listen to the project. I'll find as many places as I can for this project so that you guys can listen to it. Support the artist. Say hi to the artist. Tag the artist on this video. Like, subscribe, share. Do the thing. I love you guys. Have a good week.